Okay. So let us look at Bollinger Band. First of all, you must know what is this Bollinger Band का जो ऊपर का Bollinger Band है, right? The upper portion of the Bollinger. There are three parts of the Bollinger Band, right? One is the upper Bollinger Band, and the middle one is the middle Bollinger Band, and there is a lower Bollinger Band. Okay. Now this middle Bollinger Band is nothing but your SMA 20.
20, yes, sir.
Okay, the SMA 20 is your middle Bollinger Band. And the lower Bollinger Band is considered to be the seller. Upper Bollinger Band is considered to be the buyer. Okay. Now, there is something called volume compression, right? Or squeeze, Bollinger Band squeeze. Now, you can see here, there is a squeeze in the Bollinger Band. Matlab ye dekho, it is in the consolidation phase. So, imagine that this is a tube. There is a tube, okay? ये tube में पानी बह रहा है. Water is flowing into this. And what happens is, when you apply, what happens if you are watering your garden, okay? And you press the upper end of the pipe. पानी कहाँ पे जाता है? Where does the water splash? Does it splash upside or downside? When you press it on the tip or on the upside?
Upside.
नहीं यार. When you press the pipe ऊपर, हाँ तो पानी नीचे जाएगा. And पाइप को जब आप नीचे की तरफ प्रेस करोगे तो पानी ऊपर जाएगा, right?
हाँ.
Have you checked this or not?
नहीं.
तो बगीचे में जाके पहले चेक करो, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So जो पाइप है, okay, जो ट्यूब है, उसको अगर आप when you apply the pressure on the downside, जब आप नीचे पकड़ोगे ना, तब क्या होगा? पानी ऊपर splash होगा. You know why? Because you are pressing it on the bottom side, right? जब when you are putting pressure on the bottom side, the water will splash on the upside. The force is on the upside, right? तो पानी नीचे तो आपने पकड़ लिया है, तो पानी नीचे कैसे जाएगा? ऊपर ही जाएगा. Okay. Similarly, when you press the tip at the top, जब ऊपर पकड़ लोगे आप तो पानी ऊपर कैसे जाएगा? नीचे जाएगा.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So when the pressure is applied at the bottom, that is at the cellar, the water will splash out. Okay. Now that will lead to a Bollinger Band breakout. Okay. Now look at this. Imagine that this is a tube. The water is flowing, right? See here. Whatever this guy, see, when this guy is becoming flat, right? इसका ये मतलब है कि दोनों में whatever this guy is selling, right? Look at this. Whatever this guy is selling, this guy is flat, this guy is buying it, right? ये buy कर रहा है. So that is why it is into a squeeze में हो रहा है. Now look at this. At a certain point, the pressure is being applied here on the cellar. Matlab, you can see here, it is giving indication. Look at here. Now the Bollinger Band is going up. यहाँ पे lower Bollinger Band is going up. इसका मतलब क्या है? कि he is averaging his cell position. He is averaging his cell position, right? Let's take an example. Okay, let us say that 100 rupees. Okay, right? Let's say this is 100 rupees, right? Now it is going up. Matlab, let's say it is at 200 rupees, right? तो क्या कर रहा है ये continuously sell मार रहा है, दिख रहा है? That is why this Bollinger Band is going up, right? And what is happening here? This fellow is also going up. मतलब कि आप जो 100 रुपए पे बेच रहे हो उसको भी खरीद रहा है, जितना भी आप क्वांटिटी 200 पे बेच रहे हो उसको भी खरीद रहा है. So you are selling continuous, whatever you are selling, this guy is absorbing. That is why this Bollinger Band is also going up. Understood? So 100 we are selling, this guy is buying. 200 you are selling, this guy is buying. So whatever supply that you are trying to create, he is happily buying it, right? Now, at a point, you don't have money, right, to short further. You give it up. That is why the pressure is falling here. तो नीचे जब प्रेशर मार रहे होंगे तो क्या हुआ? पानी स्प्लैश हुआ ऊपर की तरफ, right? That means whatever selling the seller is selling, the buyer is taking it, right? So the pressure is on the seller. So at the point, what he does, he stops selling now. छोड़ देता है, उसके पास इतना पैसा नहीं है कि वो और शॉर्ट करते जाए. Understood? And that is why the Bollinger Band, it opens like a crocodile. See, this is like a crocodile opens its jaw, right? Lower jaw नीचे आ गया, मतलब सेलर गया. 100 रुपए पे मारा था, आ गया 50. 100 रुपए पे आपने शॉर्ट मारा, 200 पे शॉर्ट मारा, देन ये शॉर्टिंग जो है आपने छोड़ दिया अपना पोजीशन. You are left to the shorting position. That is why pressure is applied here on the tip, and you can see a Bollinger Band blast. You can see that quantity now traded above Bollinger Band. Okay, note it down somewhere. Traded above Bollinger Band and closed above Bollinger Band is a breakout. Okay. Now look at this. This candle traded above the Bollinger Band and closed above the Bollinger Band, right? It is a breakout. Now, confirmation of the breakout is breaking the high of this candle, right? And then you can see how it has gone up, right?
Yes.
Then what happened? It went into a consolidation again, right? Here you can see it touched the Bollinger Band. ये देखो, it touched the Bollinger Band, it has closed, then it is going up. यहाँ पे एक रेड मारा इसने, लेकिन ये इसने कहीं पे भी Bollinger Band को टच नहीं किया, right? So for a sell position, okay, to happen, it should have touched the Bollinger Band, okay, traded above the Bollinger Band, closed below the Bollinger Band, and broken the low. For example, you take here, right? This is traded above Bollinger Band, closed below the Bollinger Band, right?
Yes.
This candle, it has traded above the Bollinger Band and it has closed below the Bollinger Band. Now, इसका जो low है, next candle में it broke, right? It has broken. Now what happened? Again, the Bollinger Band has expanded. लेकिन देखो, you should not be shorting here because Bollinger Band ऊपर ही दिख रहा है. There is no sign of Bollinger Band coming down, right? मतलब strength उसी के पास है. When the Bollinger Band is going up, you should not be shorting. Understood? So this short would have hit your stop loss. Traded above Bollinger Band, closed below the Bollinger Band, broken the low, but it would have hit your stop loss because the trend is still up. ये जितना भी यहाँ पे भी जो सेलिंग कर रहा है, इसको ये बाई कर रहा है. देखो ये Bollinger Band ऊपर ही जा रहा है. It is not showing any symptom of coming down, right?
Exactly.
Now there is no short here. Now look at what happens. So this will have hit your stop loss, right? Now the Bollinger Band is going up. ये देखो ये गया ऊपर, यहाँ पे भी ऊपर गया. You have a big red candle, but it has broken the low also, right? It has broken the low of this red candle, but it has not touched the Bollinger Band. Number one. Number two, the uptick is still there. देखो Bollinger Band नीचे नहीं आ रहा है. Though it is a red candle, broken the low, the Bollinger Band is going up only, right?
Yes, sir.
So within a strong move, it is just a pullback that has happened, right? So the trend is still up, right? And now you see, ये गया ऊपर. Here is where you can see, and see here also the trend is up only. Nowhere Bollinger Band has come down, right? कहीं भी नीचे नहीं आया. So अभी देखो यहाँ पे देखो क्या हुआ. यहाँ पे Bollinger Band flat हो गया. मतलब buyer got exhausted, right? Now when this Bollinger Band is getting flat, that means the buyer is exhausted. But at the same time, look at what is happening. Seller is selling more, ना? देखो ये ऊपर जा रहा है, इसका strength ज्यादा है, ये नीचे नहीं आ रहा है ना? ये flat हो गया. That means the buyer has got exhausted, but the seller is aggressive. That is why the lower Bollinger Band is going up continuously, right?
Yes.
Now this is traded above Bollinger Band. Okay, closed below Bollinger Band. Look at this short. यहाँ पे अगर आप short मारते, right? Then from 17,820, it came down to 17,453. That's around 400 points, close to 400 points.
Yes.
Right? Now, it just came below the middle Bollinger Band, right? It never broke the low of the Bollinger Band, middle Bollinger Band. Straight away, opened gap up, started moving up, and you can now see same thing. ये continuously short मार रहा है. Whatever this guy is shorting here, this guy is buying. So the Bollinger Band is going up, right? Now, again at a point you are seeing this fellow is coming down. मतलब he is exhausted. The seller is exhausted. Exhaust हो गया वो. उसके पास पैसा नहीं है. He has left shorting. It is coming down. There is a uptick again. Right? Now similarly, look at here. This portion, it has traded above the Bollinger Band and it has closed below the Bollinger Band. Here, when this low is broken, look at this. This fellow resumed this selling, right? देखो ऊपर जा रहा है Bollinger Band ये. तो इसको when you are seeing this only you should do. When the selling is happening, when the candle is closing, has traded above the Bollinger Band and closed below the Bollinger Band, you must see if the lower Bollinger Band is going up. अगर वो हो रहा है, then only there is strength in selling.
Exactly.
Right? Now see, it broke that 18,377, straight away came and took support at the middle Bollinger Band, 18,044, straight away 300 close to 330 points down, right? फिर गया ऊपर, लेकिन देखो जब ये ऊपर, it was just a pullback, right? Because ये Bollinger Band ऊपर ही जा रहा है, नीचे नहीं आ रहा है, right? फिर ठोका इसने, ये आ गया नीचे यहाँ पे 16,000 पे. So 18,377 से it has come down to 17,613. 800 points kind of downfall, right? Now look at what happened.
Exactly.
Breakdown of the Bollinger Band. Okay, this is an opportunity where you can see here. Now again it got into a consolidation mode, right? Traded, took support of the lower Bollinger Band. Now when this is happening, what is happening? देखो, right? Lower Bollinger Band नीचे आ रहा है, मतलब उसको average करना नहीं है. He is not averaging. Candle, where is the candle now? Is it at the top or at the bottom now? Candle is at lower Bollinger Band.
Yes.
Right? So जब candle lower Bollinger Band पे है, तो किसका हाथ? Whose hand is strong now? Seller's hand, right?
Sellers. Yes.
Now look at this. Traded above the Bollinger Band, lower Bollinger Band, and closed below the lower Bollinger Band is a breakdown of the Bollinger Band, right? अब जब ये low तोड़ा, look at what happened. Next candle itself it broke, right? Then there was a slight pullback. But when the pullback was happening, what is happening to the upper Bollinger Band? The upper and the middle Bollinger Band is still coming down. No? See, when the breakdown is happening, what is important is you should look at the middle Bollinger Band. The middle Bollinger Band is not showing any sign of going up like this. It is continuously coming down only. Right? Okay. So that is showing strength of a continuation of a downfall. Okay? Broke the low 17,280 to low 16,782. That is around 220 points plus 280 points.
But sir, यहाँ पे just one question, sir. यहाँ पे we can see ये जो lower Bollinger Band है, it is going down.
हाँ, तो वो एवरेज करने की जरूरत नहीं ना. सोचो कि यहाँ पे 200 पे ठोका है, राइट? 100 पे आ गया, तो वो एवरेज क्यों करेगा? उसको एवरेज करने की मतलब एवरेज नहीं करेगा, वो एक्स्ट्रा सेलिंग कर रहा है. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन एवरेजिंग एंड सेलिंग, राइट?
अच्छा.
When will you do averaging? Yeah, you will do averaging when the position is against you, right?
Against you. Yes.
When you will do selling, continuous selling. सोचो कि 200 पे मारा है, 100 पे आ गया और बेच रहे हो, उसको एवरेजिंग नहीं बोलते ना. It is intensified selling, right? Yes. When you will call averaging, 200 पे शॉर्ट मारा है, 400 पे चला गया, फिर शॉर्ट मार रहे हो,
हाँ
600 पे चला गया, फिर शॉर्ट मार रहे हो, दैट इज एवरेजिंग. This trend is
okay
in favor of the seller, right?
exactly
Now look at here, traded below the Bollinger Band. There is a pullback. There is a pullback. Look at this pullback. Lekin what you need to notice is when this pullback is happening, the middle Bollinger Band is still coming down only, right? There is no uptick. ऐसा टर्न ही नहीं हो रहा है ये. So मतलब ये है कि डाउन ट्रेंड is resuming. It is still intact. Look at this. There is a lot of background noise here.
just a minute
Yeah, it's better now. Okay, thanks. Now,
yes sir
yeah. So now look at this. ये पुलबैक हुआ, लेकिन मिडिल बोलिंगर बैंड कहीं पे भी ऊपर जाने का कोई ये नहीं दिखा. नो सिम्टम्स ऑफ मिडिल बोलिंगर बैंड गोइंग अप. सिमिलरली द अपर बोलिंगर बैंड इज ऑल्सो कमिंग डाउन ओनली. नो सिम्टम ऑफ अ टर्न for the buyer to become stronger, right? So
exactly
it is continuing. See the fall? It was just a pullback and then it fell again. Look at here. Right? Now you see traded below the Bollinger Band and closed below the Bollinger Band, but it did not break this low. So look at this. Middle Bollinger Band is coming down. लेकिन ये जो low है, it was a breakdown of the Bollinger Band here, right?
yes sir
But this low is not broken. Correct?
yes
Now what happened? Next candle touch the Bollinger Band. Now you can see here till here. So you don't trade. You don't need to trade this. You can wait. Look at this. ये जो पूरा डाउन ट्रेंड दिख रहा था ऐसे 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 यहाँ पे फ्लैट हो रहा है. Can you see the middle band, Bollinger Band now going up? The middle Bollinger Band is going up, right? टर्न मार रहा है यहाँ पे. ये कैंडल जब इसके ऊपर क्लोज होगा, then you take long when it breaks the high of this candle, right? And now look at this. What happened now? This was the low that we marked, right? Breakdown candle यहाँ पे हमने मार्क किया हुआ है, right?
हाँ yes
तो सेलर वहां पे प्रेशर मार रहा है. देखो ये ऊपर जा रहा है, दिख रहा है. So he is selling now because his selling point is here. He has already sold here, right? At 17,280, it started facing resistance. Exactly that line you can see it has touched 17,285.95. Next candle 17,264, right? Now what happened? But you can see now that while this is happening, can you see this curve? ऊपर जा रहा है ये.
yes ऊपर जा रही है
For the curve of the buyer to go up, you wait for the curve of the middle Bollinger Band to go up. Better entry. You wait and the moment it cross this, short covering trigger होगा जो यहाँ पे सेल किया है 17,280 पे, right?
exactly
Now look at here. This candle is a safe entry point, right? So इसका जो breakout हुआ, now you can see here now that this guy has given up the selling here. And indication कहाँ से मिला हमको? Middle Bollinger Band flat होना शुरू हो गया और ऊपर जाना शुरू हो गया. यहाँ पे दिख रहा है.
exactly
Similarly, this fellow also started to take a curve and started going up. So entry यहाँ पे मारोगे तो देखो this in the next candle this guy gave it up. देखो नीचे आ गया and ये ऊपर चला गया blast. तो यहाँ पे pressure आपने दबाया seller पे,
नीचे
right?
exactly
And then it started moving up. Then you can see how it started moving up, right? So here in this case you can see this Bollinger Band is coming down. ये देखो टर्न मार दिया इसने यहाँ पे, right? So till this point there is no short. Even there is 3 green red candles here, 1, 2, 3 red candle. You should not be shorting because the middle Bollinger Band is going up only. Correct?
exactly
शॉर्ट नहीं मारना क्योंकि ये मिडिल बोलिंगर बैंड ऊपर ही जा रहा है, नीचे नहीं आ रहा है. अब यहाँ पे फ्लैट हुआ, बायर भी फ्लैट हो गया, मिडिल बोलिंगर बैंड भी फ्लैट हो गया, राइट?
yes
Now look at this. While this happened, it came back, touched the lower Bollinger Band, traded below the lower Bollinger Band, closed above the upper Bollinger Band. Okay, sorry, lower Bollinger Band. Let's delete all this line first. Now traded below the Bollinger Band, closed above the Bollinger Band, mark the high here, right? And this is getting flat, so you should not be doing anything. Dekho, it was just a pullback of the buy. Now you can see here, it went here, there was a pullback, touched the middle Bollinger Band, and then started falling again. There is no sign of anything going up here. So this, and especially when there is so much of divergence, okay, it is better not to trade short, especially at the middle Bollinger Band. Always try to trade only the upper Bollinger Band and lower Bollinger Bands. बीच में जब ये middle Bollinger Band को तोड़ रहा है, right? Avoid a trade. Or if you want to trade, you can look at it as close below the 20 SMA, right? Breach of 20 SMA, you can go short. But then you have to keep in mind where is your 50 SMA, right? Where is the 50 SMA, man? That we don't know, right? So let's add the 50 SMA here. Now look at here. It has broken the 20 SMA, but it is still above the 50 SMA, right?
Yes.
So we should not be shorting, right? 20 SMA के नीचे तो है, लेकिन 50 SMA को तोड़ा नहीं है, right? अभी यहाँ पे तोड़ा था, right? So look at here now. Now this candle has closed below the 20 and 50, right? This one. Then it is worth taking a short here. So you can add your 50 SMA into this and keep for reference. जब तक 50 SMA के ऊपर है, trend is uptrend only, right?
Yes.
So you can see here now it has broken 20 and 50 SMA. Short मारते ही सीधा gap down हो गया यहाँ पे. Now this candle was a pullback. See, it started taking resistance. Let us delete the line. Okay. See, it started taking resistance at 20 SMA, right? 50 SMA अभी ऊपर चला गया, मतलब ट्रेंड वीक है. ट्रेंड वीक है ना, 20 नीचे है, 50 ऊपर है, तो ट्रेंड वीक है. और देखो गिरते गया. Only when it closed about 20 SMA here, it has now closed above the 50 SMA also on the daily. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday's closing is above the 50 SMA. Now, what is important is it has to break the high of this, which is, then it will face resistance at the upper Bollinger Band, which is at 17,545 levels.
Exactly.
When it reaches there, we have to see what happens. Now, this was a fantastic point to go long. It is mean reversion, right? Traded below Bollinger Band, below Bollinger Band. Here, traded below the Bollinger Band and closed above the Bollinger Band, and you take a long here, right?
Yes.
Then there is a uptick straight away. Though middle Bollinger Band is showing downside. For example, आपने ये mark किया, okay? Now look at this. This is a daily chart. ये mark कर दिया मैंने, okay? Now what I do is, let us look at the hourly chart क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे, right? हमने जो ये देखो, दिख रहा है ना? This is what I have marked, right?
Exactly.
But here on the hourly chart, it is showing very clearly that there is a turn around here. दिख रहा है? ये देखो turn around हो रहा है, right?
Exactly. Yes.
And here it is a breakout of the Bollinger Band. सीधा upper Bollinger Band को touch किया, अंदर आया, यहाँ आया, straight away gap up हो गया. But ये gap up होगा. How this is known? There is a change here in the trend. Middle Bollinger Band has started to go up. So here, when this U-turn has happened and it has closed above the 50 SMA, you could have initiated a long when it broke this, right? because you know that middle Bollinger Band is becoming flat, right? Or at least you could have waited for this here. You can see a very clear turn in the middle Bollinger Band. यहाँ पे आप entry ले सकते थे, right? And there is a straight away gap up. उसके बाद नीचे आया ही नहीं, ऊपर ही है सीधा. Now what it is showing? You can see here, tip पे आपने pressure मारा, सीधा gap up हो गया, right? Now the middle Bollinger Band is in uptick only, so there is no sign of any weakness even on the hourly chart. If you look at the middle Bollinger, right? Clear now?
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
Which time frame would be very much suitable?
It depends on what you want to do, right? If you want to capture bigger points, then I showed you the daily candle, right? Daily पे इसने lower Bollinger Band के नीचे ट्रेड करके ऊपर क्लोज किया है, right? So when this happens, the next day I will start looking at the hourly candle to see if the downtrend is completed or not. And it has, you can see here there is a U-turn मार रहा है ये, right? तो यहाँ पे एंट्री लेना था, लेकिन यहाँ पे एंट्री नहीं लिया, ठीक है? Probably I will take entry here because there are two things. Okay, now look at here. I can take an entry here itself. I'll tell you why. Look at here. One, this candle. This is the candle that we marked, right? On the hourly, it has closed above the 20 SMA.
20. Yes.
तो ये 50 पे रेजिस्टेंस ले रहा है, लेकिन जब ये 50 पे रेजिस्टेंस लेगा तभी हमको देखना है कि क्या कर रहा है. देखो ये U-turn मार रहा है यहाँ पे, तो you can still hold on to your trade and there is a straight away gap up.
Exactly.
So for a confirmation, you can look at the lower time frame. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, so how much lower can I go, sir?
I would at least prefer, if I'm going to take a positional bet, I will at least look at only, if I'm using a daily chart, I will look at the hourly chart as the lower time frame. If I'm using the hourly chart, I will look at the 15 minutes candle as a down frame, lower time frame.
Okay.
Right? For example, okay, let's look at this. सोचो कि ये अपर बोलिंगर बैंड को क्रॉस मार गया, ओके, यहाँ पे मैंने रख दिया. Yeah, one thing is here itself it is clear for me that the middle Bollinger Band is going up, right? Assume that I'm going to take entry here. This has closed above the 20 SMA, right? And middle Bollinger Band is still down only. यहाँ पे दिख रहा है नीचे.
Yes, sir.
U-turn तो यहाँ पे मारा हुआ है, right? Now for this entry, let me shift to 15 minutes time frame. देखो 15 मिनट्स पे क्या दिखा रहा है, 15 मिनट्स पे क्या दिखा रहा है, बोलिंगर बैंड का ब्रेकआउट हुआ है, राइट? ट्रेडेड अबव द बोलिंगर बैंड, क्लोज्ड अबव द बोलिंगर बैंड, इट हैज गिवन अ ब्रेकआउट हियर इटसेल्फ, राइट? करेक्ट ना? सो लोअर टाइम फ्रेम में इट इज वेरी क्लियरली शोइंग मी दैट 15 मिनट्स में ये बोलिंगर बैंड ऊपर जा रहा है, ये नीचे आ रहा है, मिडिल बोलिंगर बैंड इज आल्सो टर्न्ड अप. ट्रिपल कंफर्मेशन है ना? देन
Yes, sir.
that's all, very simple. Confirmations go for lower time frame. Now if you're trading on hourly time frame, go and look at 15 minutes. Daily पे 1 hour देखो, 1 hour के लिए 15 मिनट देखो.
Okay, got it, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So you, even if you don't know anything and you know only Bollinger Bands, you can still make a hell of a lot of money.
Exactly, got it, sir.
So if you have traded this, right, this is a Bollinger Band breakout, right?
Yes.
But when this was happening, convert this to a daily chart and see. Where was it on the daily chart? डेली चार्ट में तो ये नीचे था, और क्या चाहिए? It is already lower, traded below the lower Bollinger Band ना, and it is above the Bollinger Band now, right? So 15 minutes में when you are getting entry, I am looking at the daily where it is, whether it ऊपर है कि नीचे है, that also you have to see, right? अगर daily पे ऊपर है, then it is risky to take that entry for long, right? Here, the candle is at the lower Bollinger Band, and on the 15 minutes time frame, it is very clearly telling us look at here, ये squeeze का breakout भी हुआ है, देखा है? ये squeeze हुआ था. Now traded above Bollinger Band, it has broken the upper Bollinger Band, breakout हो गया. ये नीचे आने शुरू हो गया. ये middle Bollinger Band ऊपर जाना शुरू हो गया. Buyer का भी ये ऊपर ही है. This is a very good entry, right?
Exactly.
And then you can see it has never. You can see what kind of rally it has given, right? अभी देखो 15 मिनट में ये squeeze हो रहा है. Right? So very simple. It needs to cross 17,333, which is upper Bollinger Band.
Yes.
Right? And now you can see that the middle Bollinger Band is flat. This fellow is continuously selling. Average कर रहा है, ये दिख रहा है?
हाँ, yes sir.
ये तो selling कर रहा है, continuously selling मार रहा है ये. Now who wins? We have to watch. Wait for 15 minutes Bollinger Band के ऊपर breakout होने के लिए wait करो. Watch on Monday whether it closes above the 15 minutes candle and उसका high जब break करता है, go and see on the hourly time frame what is happening, right? Shift to hourly time frame. So you need a close above this. That is what it is showing.
Exactly.
344. So you go here, go to the 15 minutes time frame. At that time, you see whether the middle Bollinger Band starts going up. This fellow starts coming down. This fellow starts going up. Then there is a confirmation that you can go long. All these three things should happen.
Exactly.
Lower Bollinger Band should come down. Middle Bollinger Band should start going up. Upper Bollinger Band should start going up. Then that breakout you can trade.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes sir, very much.
That's all. So, ये video I'm going to send it to you. I'll stop the recording now.
Yes.
Watch it
Yes sir.
twice, thrice. Then if you have got a question, then we can connect again.
Yes. And sir, also wanted one session on this hedging. Hedging थोड़ा अच्छे से समझना था. I think so.
Hedging is a bigger one. Okay. I will tell you simple things. Probably let's connect next week. I'm not there. उसके बाद the week of 28th or something will connect.
क्योंकि right now what I'm doing is मैं मतलब reversal zone पे ही trade कर रहा हूँ. Most probably
हाँ तो अच्छा है ना.
on 15,800 जो अपना reversal point था.
एक second. Let me stop this recording.
Yes sir.